Guess who's back? That's right. And strap yourselves in for one hell of an episode.
Whoa! Go on, baby! Well, we're going in the wrong one.
Hello campers, and welcome back to One Life Truck It's YouTube channel, where we drive around the world full time in our self-built overland camper. For the last 18 months, we've driven all the way from the UK to what was going to be Australia. But in Thailand, at the very last minute, we decided to ship the truck to South Africa. If you've been following our channel for a while, I just want to apologise for being a little AWOL. Things have been extremely busy, but don't worry, we're picking things off with a bit of a bang. This episode coming up is my favourite episode we have ever recorded. In fact, doing it was just absolutely crazy. I thought the last episode, driving through the DRC, was wild enough, but on this episode, it is just one thing after another, more crazy, more epic. So let's get stuck in. Morning, Marie.
We have a problem.
Why?
It's rain.
Yeah, it's rained pretty hard last night. Now, benefit is, it's lovely and cool. I've actually got trousers on for the first time in a while. It's definitely cool.
My hair is like this because it's so humid.
We're gonna get going. We need to. We're about how many? We're about 2.5k, aren't we, Marie, from the actual police checkpoint to enter into Congo. So that's what we're going to try and aim to get to. We know the roads improve within about 25k, but 25k in these conditions could take us best part of the day, really. Anyway, let's finish up. Crack on. Right then, let's get this show on the road. Hopefully today's the day we don't write off the truck, and we don't end our African adventure prematurely. So let's hit the road. Oh, ho, ho, ho. How wrong I was that I thought we were going to have a nice gentle warm-up. Straight away, we got stuck into some of the deepest bogs we've ever crossed on the trip so far. Crazy. I can't tell you how much stick I've got over the years for driving a big truck that's unnecessary being four-wheel drive, unnecessarily big tyres, fuel, all this kind of stuff. But I tell you what, today is the day it paid off. All clay, and we're moving in it, and look at the state of that gully. If we're in there, in fact, if we're anywhere near that, it'll collapse. Okay, be really, really, really careful there. So what I'm doing is something I wouldn't normally do. I'm putting the wheels in this gully. As opposed to being on this top surface that's all flat and I'll run and skate, I decided I'm going to put the wheel in the gully because it'll grip it a little bit more, see? Stops me shooting off down this track. And luckily we've got the ground clearance so we don't bottom out on it, but can't go in there. Can't go in that bit. Oh shit, get out.
What the?
Got me talking all night by the candlelight. Little picnic in the park with your hand in mine. If you wanna take a chance, we can roll the dice. Baby, I'll do anything you like. Now my heart is
Another thing you gotta be really careful of. It's it looks dead easy here, but if we slip into the right hand side here, which is like a boggy lowland mess. Like we're knackered, so I'm gonna swim as high as I can, knowing that if I slide right, I've got the gully in the middle of the road to catch us. So
Tell me where you wanna go. The sky is the limit. Should we walk on the moon or go out and get it? Tell me where you wanna go. Should we jump in the ocean? Where you wanna go?
another thing you got to do when it's like starts to get a bit gnarly is like think where you are in the valley. And we're at the valley bottom here. The river's there. All the water is in a valley here, and it's coming through this point here. So it might look all right now, but I suspect as soon as we come on this, we'll put a bit of a divot in it. It doesn't look too bad though. Then it rises again and it gets a bit drier. So just make sure I carry a bit of speed.
The sky is the limit. Should we walk on the moon? Go out and get it. Tell me where you wanna go. Should we jump in the ocean? Where you wanna go?
Slipping and sliding on that. We need to get over that gully, so come up a bit different line. What I did, get everything locked in. Just gonna stop at that soon. Right. Come up a bit, it's supposed to 20 degrees. I'll come up straight on it. And then when I feel a drop, beams go. Go. Yeah. No, get up, get out of there.
Aspetta!
Tell me where you wanna go. The sky is the limit. Go out and get it. Tell me
Now, this doesn't look too necessarily hairy, okay, but if we slide and we slide to the left, it's like game over. And then if we slide and slide to the right, it's also game over. And then we've got this deep gully to go in off the middle. So this is probably on this. What I'm probably going to do is try and get in this gully early on, and then go in those two gullies again to try and hold us to stop us sliding out. So yeah, someone's actually just sent me a message saying if it's bad, and it's put snow chains on because it'll give you a bit more grip, but we don't have snow chains, so just a bit more acceleration.
Well, I was walking down the street, saw Eve in the Garden of Eden. I saw Adam running there, was trying to keep his hair screwed on tight.
Shot of whiskey, calm the nerves. Truck's doing alright, it's good. Just got to keep on your toes and you pick the right lines. Like, be careful of any little whoa. Any moments like that, wait. Come, let's keep the momentum. Sorry, Jordan.
But I guess I better get on back before something goes wrong. Well, I was walking down the street, saw birds flying over my head. I said you better not shit on my shoulder or I'll shoot you dead.
Merci.
Hey, come on the truck. Yesterday with all the rock crawling, and then today with all the slipping and sliding. She's doing well actually. She's doing absolute bang on. I was just saying to Marie, where I grew up, behind our house had a bit of land, and it was basically like sort of forest with big divots. And we had an old Series 3 Land Rover down there with a snap chassis, and it was just. But that's where I learned to drive, and learned to drive like off-road. Was like, because I had no PR steering, and it was just chaos, ball tyres, and you learn all the basic techniques. But credit to the man, credit to the tyres, the Conti tyres and the MAN horsepower. This thing is an absolute legend. I cannot wait to come back here in the 8x8. It's going to be so much fun. This is the best I think the best sort of driving experience off-road, like bad roads, we've had around the world so far. So I want to bring the 8x8 here. Well, it's time for a bit of a break. Oh my god, look how bad this looks. Jesus, this is like just proper. Oh my god, Marie. Oh god, this is deep. Oh god, I wish I'd not come looking now. Anyway, it's breakfast time, so time to crack on. Bit of brekkie.
I took a wrong right turn to that other girl's house next door. Well, I guess I ain't welcome back to my home anymore. I took a wrong right turn to that other girl's house next door. Now I guess I ain't welcome back to my home anymore.
So just to explain like how I set that up, just in case like you're actually interested in how we like manoeuvre this. On a deep crossing like that, come at it with a bit of speed, but make sure you're in a low enough gear. So I could have come through with a lot more speed, but it meant I would probably go in 5th or 6th. If you go in too high a gear into a bog like that, or a bit deeper really, the engine then won't have enough torque and will bog and then you'll stop. So the best way to do that is pick like 2nd or 3rd gear, I had 3rd there, rev the bollocks off it and come in almost redlining it into like the issue, the bog or whatever it is, and you know then that will stop you, that will slow you down. The revs then will come and hopefully it still have enough torque, and you want to be like the maximum peak power here is 1,500 RPM for the truck. So we entered it about just under 2.5, 2.2, something like that, and then we bogged down to about, we're a bit higher actually, we're about 1.7, something like that. So that's the best way to do it. Don't go in too high gear, don't go too low because you need the momentum. Just pick a nice sweet spot, gun it, and expect it to like slow you down. So there you go. You sound like I know what I'm doing. We're not even at the part I came to look at. We're gonna get stuck. This is actually like not going to be right there. Thing is, like, I always look in a situation like this, like, what's plan B? So if we get stuck, what's like well, there's no trees, there's nothing to get hold of, it's a quagmire. Right, we're going to build a stuff there. So I need to absolutely boot, like, properly boot this, so make sure you stand by this time, Marie.
Oh, we're in the wrong one.
Just a bit of like behind the scenes moment, because I feel like I owe it to Marie just to give a bit of a shout out to say, like, Marie's grafting here. Like, I'm driving, but Marie, every time there's a bit of obstacle, it's worth like filming and showing everybody. She's out, she's walking, you know, 50 meters, she's coming back, she's getting full of mud, like, and it's happening every like 2 minutes. So she's graft, like, this is graft, and it's like 30 odd degree. Wow, tough cookie. What do you reckon for this?
I mean, what we've done. I don't know.
This is narrow here, deep gully, extremely slippy clay, big gully this side, and then clearly people have been struggling up here because of all the branches going on there. Some of the things like it can get up look more extreme, but like something like this is technically more difficult. It just might not look as crazy, but if it gets up this, maximum points. Well, in fact, it's always got maximum points, hasn't it? Let's go.
We're
this is not for the camera. This is actually like, if we get stuck here, it's a bit of a problem, and I need to absolutely tank it through it to gain the momentum to get out. Because the issue is, leading up to it, the first like 20-30 meters up to it is just slop. So I need to have at least enough momentum at that point before we even get to the ditch.
Stepping into the unknown, waving goodbye to our worry. So we run wild and free. We're not ever slowing down. We run, chasing down the dreams we found over the rivers and mountains.
Well, welcome to the Congolese border. Somewhere. Here, on the left, on the right. Let's, I think this is it, isn't it? Oh, ouais.
Close to the border. C'est ça.
Immigration. Super. Merci. Merci. Oh, hey, whoa, that's a flying chicken. Whoa, hit the wall. That's a pretty little village. First impressions?
Nice. I mean, the first game was a bit.
Yeah.
The
I
other
mean-
one.
To be honest, I'd be like that at 8:30 in the morning. Was what?
Yeah, but like,
Yeah, he was a bit like,
yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna chat to this one. I
Yeah.
feel like he was incredible.
yeah. I could see your body language just stood there a bit like,
Yeah. But then the other one was
yeah, it was alright.
way easier.
But yeah, I think he was
So I was
the
like, oh, that's fine.
he was the boss, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Big boss now. That's it. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Wow, look at the size of that tree. Wow. Look at that monster.
Oh,
Wow.
we should have done the line in that row.
Putain. Yeah, we should do.
That row.
Yeah. Totally right.
You said good thing we didn't cross. Well, we crossed because they chose.
Now, Marie has a lot of strengths and weaknesses. In fact, we both have. One of her strengths, in fact, it's a bit of a weakness. Every time we see this random food on the side of the road, we couldn't help but pull over, barter a price, and get whatever it was. And in this case, it was these weird looking potato things that we didn't quite know what it was. They looked a bit stale, in fact, a little bit off. So we ordered a few of them, but actually, we had messed up the currency that we brought over the border with us. So by the time we ordered them and spent 5 minutes working out what they actually were, we couldn't then end up paying for them, so we had to drive off. Nightmare.
Ici, c'est les francs congolais?
Oui.
Ouais. Ça, c'est 50?
Oui. Ça, c'est encore.
Tu vois?
Yeah. Do it.
Alors, on en prend 2? Attends, je vais chercher l'argent.
Well. This looks to me like sort of, not quite tarmac, but almost tarmac. So it looks like we're at the other end. After crossing the DRC and then into Congo, I think we might have reached civilization after a while. What do you think? Oh, cool, look at that. That's, wow, cool. Anyway, we brought some money over from DRC, thinking it says like Congo money. We thought Congo money hit. And anyway, we've just been waved over. Sorry, we got rudely interrupted by a policeman there. There's a lot of checkpoints basically, and they just take us in this weird cabin and fill out passport information, where you going, where you come from, blah, blah, blah. So that's sort of that. Yeah, no, sorry mate, you can't take it. A load of hitchhikers asking us to lift them alive, whatever. Anyway, we haven't yet entered, officially stamped in, even though we've seen 2 police checkpoints. They've just taken details, they haven't actually sort of stamped our visa in. So that's where we're off to now, via a bit of lunch, because it's cracking on, it's probably 2 o'clock. And yeah, what a few days. I can't, you know what, I almost want to drive this road again, or go and find somewhere like this. It's just been absolutely amazing.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Ça va?
Ça va? Est-ce qu'on peut voir le dossier?
Ouais. Go on, you jumping out? Yeah, go and jump out. You can talk. I'll stay in the cab. Keep the engine running.
Now, every time we got pulled over at one of these checkpoints, it was 50-50 with how it's going to go. Are you going to find a friendly officer who's going to just ask for some photos, or are you going to find someone that's going to want to take some money off you? In this case, thankfully, the dude was a pretty nice guy and just wanted to have the crack with us.
Anglais. Je comprends un peu.
You is English.
Haha, English, yeah. Good. Yeah, no.
I am a people English.
Ah, okay. Ah, okay.
Speak no English.
No. Ah, no.
So, thankfully, there are a few good eggs in, along the way.
Pour se déplacer dans un pays francophone, on doit avoir une personne qui sait parler français.
Il y a toujours
Il y a toujours
And just in case you can't understand what's being said, in fact, stood here doing this voiceover, I can't fully understand what's going on. But basically, she's asking how many tourists you get along here. Doesn't say many. And actually, as we're having the crack, one of the locals drives off. And we get a bit distracted and we take advantage to make our moves. So there you go. There's another good interaction with one of many checkpoints that in fact only got worse and more intense than here.
It's not the places that you roam, or the road that's traveled on. It's the people that you meet that make a home.
Well, that is us officially stamped into country number. Country number 5. Whoa, racking them up now. On this particular trip, and there's like 30, I don't know. We've got a lot of countries under our belt at the moment. That's us. So now we're going to make a beeline straight for Brazzaville, because there we're going to obtain our Nigerian visa, and we're also going to sort out basically the route for the rest of the trip, because we knew we were just going to get in here, sort bits out, and then we've got a big decision to make, because we think there's like a coup, a military coup going on at the moment in Burkina Faso. We know Mali's a bit dodgy, so are we going through there, or are we going to swing a northern a northern sort of right turn up into Algeria, Niger, and then Algeria, and then Morocco. So we don't know. We're going to get it all sorted. But hope you enjoyed this episode. It's been crazy. We'll see you on the next one once we've had a shower and some good food and some water. We're running out of that. So see you later, campers. Au revoir.
Times and places are all in who you share them with, and it's life, and the point is enjoy